It's all over the fucking news. David stole my car while I was sleeping and got drunk and smashed it into fucking the Whiskey a Go-Go. He almost killed people, but he got very lucky. I'm not even kidding, so I need a new black friend that's not gonna do shit like that. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. It doesn't matter, dude. It's just fucking... It's not cool. DJ's life is so fucked up. I know, right? I'm going to yeah, it's all good. It's been filed. Yeah, he's in jail for a long time now. Of course I am. How can I not? I will. It'll be dealt with. This is what lawyers are for. I really have little to do with this, man. The car was fucking supposed to be returned to the rental agency, and he just fucking thinks it, he just fucking yoinked it, bro. He's 32 years old. Okay, Marley is my new best black friend.
Oh yeah, where's Marley?
I don't. Look, I'm not bullshitting you. Security camera captured people scattering away to DUI driver. Suspected drunken driver is custody. Blah, blah, blah. The vehicle had a lift seeker, but it was not immediately clear. Yeah, he stole my car, dude. That's the car. I'm not bullshitting. He literally stole my car and got drunk and crashed it. What a fucking great guy, right? Yes, that's the VW. Oh my god, he really did crash it. Hey, he didn't really hurt anyone. So now he's in jail for Grand Theft Auto and DUI. Yeah, see, that's David in the red shirt, dude. See him? In the red shirt, black guy? He stole my fucking car and crashed, bro. Oh, and then he just walked off like it was nothing. That's real. Oh, I'm definitely fired from Lyft now. But listen, I had nothing to do with him taking the car and nothing with him to do with doing that. So David is gone. Good, gone. Yeah, he got out and ran. At least he didn't really fucking hit or hurt anyone. That's real, bro. That's him. That's actually him and everything. So he's in jail. He's gonna fucking do time for this shit. I did not want him to have the car. I didn't fucking want it. He just fucking did that, dude. So it's fine. He just parked it there. This happened last night at like 1 or 2 a.m. while I was sleeping, bro. He's fucking gone. What, dude? Fucking, you hang out with some sketch dude. Look, he's been like my friend on and off, but I hadn't seen him in a while, and I've been unfortunately fucking. But he steals my car and just drives off and does that shit, bro. The car was stopped by a pole. The pole saved the day. Pole saved the day. The pole saved the day. Oh no, he really was him. He's in big fucking trouble. He's in big trouble with me. I'm never talking with him. Fucking, but it's funny how karma, you know, like, I just sleep, dude, and the fucking car key out in front of me, and all of a sudden, bam, he takes my car, he wrecks it. I mean, it's not really mine. It was rented from the company. Clearly, I'm not going to fucking work for that, but insurance will deal with it. It's like, you know, it's like imagine a fucking hobo stole the car and, like, crashed it. It's not really my fault. That's why there's insurance. Yep. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. No, the 3DS is at the Sober Living. He gave the 3DS back. He was... Let's watch it one more time, dude. It really is him. That's the car and everything, dude. I had it confirmed to me just an hour ago. A suspected drunken driver's leg injury. He was going way too fast. He came up on the sidewalk. It was like death rate 3000. The security camera drove the... It cracked me see how just scored the Volkswagen sedan. All of a sudden, I saw people running. It was like the metal pole was bent. It looked like the awning was going to come down, but it didn't come down. Well, this has never happened to me. Well, this sucks. I mean, that was my rented car. I mean, I'll deal with it. But this is just not me on me, dude. This is just fucking... I can't believe he thought he could just take my car, dude. Listen, if he had borrowed the car... If he had borrowed the car and just, like, parked it somewhere and like, brought it back the next day, like, no big deal. But, like, what the fuck? This has never happened. I've known this. Look. Woo! Shit! Oh, man, dude. What an idiot. And then he tries to walk off like it was nothing, dude. I'm really mad at him. I really hate DUIs. Like, I did not give him permission to take the car. I did not give him permission to get drunk and smash the fucking car into the fucking whiskey, dude. What an idiot. Well, have fun in jail for a while, David. That's him, dude. The red shirt. That's the Volkswagen sedan with the lift sticker, dude. I had nothing to do with this, dude. I was not out. I was fucking chilling, like no stream, like at home. The fuck, dude. Well, this is what happens when you try to see your old friends after years and find out they become drug addicts. He did steal the car, dude. He did steal it. You know, he really did. I just woke up to all this happening. I know he almost killed those people. That's why he's going to do fucking jail time. That's why he's gonna fucking do jail time, and I'm never gonna see the motherfucker again. He just ruined his life, dude. Ruined his life. Over nothing.
Coliseum, and people are being fed to the lions symbolically, and the crowd is entertained.
Gee, I wonder why sexual assault victims don't come out and report it as soon as it happens. We have one more Ford video that I want to show you. Again, this is from her testimony at the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing.
I believed he was going to rape me. I tried to yell for help. When I did, Brett put his hand over my mouth to stop me from yelling. This is what terrified me the most and has had the most lasting impact on my life. It was hard for me to breathe. And I thought that Brett was accidentally going to kill me.
Somewhere Corey Lewandowski is saying womp womp. And
the
Trump...
whole Republican Party. If you still stand by these people, you know, it's one thing if you were scammed into voting for Trump during the election. But if after all this, you still support them, you embarrass me, like you make me embarrassed to be an American.
And that's the overwhelming feeling I got today, man. The guy, this is a sick guy, and unfortunately, well, I was gonna say more people voted for him. They didn't. But he won the election either way, and tens of millions of fellow Americans voted for him, enough for him to win. And so, what does this say about us? Not just Trump, not just the people at that rally, not just his voters, but about us and about humanity. that we're willing to let a monster like this be our leader because we're a little entertained.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Editing a video? You probably need music.
We're
With
so
Artlist, you can
lucky
find
here
thousands
at
of songs for any
TYT to
video
have
project with
such
one simple
loyal
license.
fans. The one thing I
Get
wanted
unlimited
for
downloads for only
TYT
$1.99.
more than
With
anything
Artlist's
else
unlimited music license,
is the
you can
ability
save
to
time and
affect
money.
Well,
change the
everyone
world.
has leeches.
And
in
we're
this
here to do
fucking
it
game,
one
don't we?
person at a time.
We all have leeches.
And we get a
don't
ton
we?
of fan mail and stories from our TYT army. But this one was just too good not
Where
to
is
share.
Paul?
It's
Where is
from
Paul?
Lorraine
Where is Paul
Sakito,
Benino?
and she
Where
said,
is
I recently
Alien?
joined
Where
a
is
couple of
Paul
weeks ago and
Benino?
I watched your YouTube
I have
videos
no
religiously
idea where
ever
either
since.
of them
I was
are.
watching the post game and I wanted to
No, the
validate
2DS
and
I got
reaffirm
back.
the work
The
you're
2DS I
doing
got
because
back,
no
you
matter
gave me
what
back.
job we hold, it is absolutely necessary. The reason it took me this
I guess
long
if
to
you
become a
wanted to
member
be a
is because
fucking
not only do
cool
I live
prison
in one of the
rapper,
most
he's
expensive
got the-
counties
no, I got
in
the 3DS.
California, Sonoma, I've also dedicated my life to nonprofit healthcare. I don't make much, but once I crunched up the numbers, buying an entire year's worth of TYT was the equivalent of a month of my gym membership. TYT was and continues to be paramount to my growth as an informed citizen. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez recently articulated how I've been feeling regarding my political ideologies, and I've been so grateful to seeing her and following her on social media. Discovering her was thanks to you, TYT. Thank you so much, TYT, every staff member, analyst, crew, human being working there. You are thoroughly appreciated for the production of this material. Also, I recently opened a new mutual fund with Aspiration. I discovered them through you. Please continue to fight the good fight, continue inspiring people like myself to be advocates and amplify the voices of the oppressed. With so much affection, Lorraine. Lorraine, thank you so much, both for emailing in, for doing what you do with your career. That's also super important, and for recognizing everyone here, not just the host, because everyone here works so hard to make this show happen, and all the shows. So come on, everybody, let's be on the left side of history together. Become a member today. TYT.com/join. We are on to something that is going to be amazing. But what we need is your help.
The number one problem is there's too much power in too few hands.
Every single problem that we have can be traced back to dark money.
They take large donors, they serve large donors.
So these handful of gatekeepers try to dictate everything.
Like all of you already know, they don't work for you. Oh, very, very clearly. Everything he said was a lie. And we knew that this monster couldn't help himself.
Let me ask you something. First off, he mentions the phrase guilty until proven innocent as if Brett Kavanaugh is facing a criminal investigation right now. He's not facing a criminal investigation. Perhaps he should. Because if this had to do with a possible conviction for a crime, then it's wrong to consider someone guilty until proven innocent. Now, put that aside. He doesn't know if Kavanaugh's guilty. We don't know without a shadow of a doubt if he's guilty, which is why, again, for the billionth time, it's important to do the investigation, which Republicans were running away from, and now they're still severely limiting. There are a number of people who have been trying to get in touch with the FBI to pass over evidence, and they've been unable to do so. All sorts of issues with the investigation. Later on in the show, we're gonna talk about how Mitch McConnell and other members of the Senate are trying to prevent Democratic senators from seeing the results of the investigation. They're trying to prevent Americans from seeing the results of the investigation. Why? What are they afraid of? If you are certain that he's innocent, then you should have nothing to be afraid of. Okay. But that's beside the point. When was the last time you went to a job interview, which is essentially what Brett Kavanaugh went to when he went to all these hearings, including the hearing where they testified about the alleged sexual assault. But when was the last time you went to a job interview, yelled, accused people of things, cried, demanded, certain things be done, and you got the job?
Has that ever happened to anyone?
That's a good point. I never thought about it that way.
No one is entitled to anything, including a job in the highest court of the land, okay? And so I agree. If he's facing a criminal prosecution and he's potentially going to get convicted for something, you can't just assume he's guilty. I don't think you should just assume he's guilty in this case either. But again, the way Republicans have handled this makes it appear that they don't believe he's innocent.
Look, it's some of the Republicans have been handling this with a little bit more depth than others. So. Flake, for example, he voted to have Kavanaugh advanced to the Senate anyway. Don't get me wrong about that. But he asked for an FBI investigation, and he has been trying to be respectful of Dr. Blasey Ford. Others have been a lot more vituperative, like Lindsey Graham continues to attack everyone in this case. Just today, he talked about how Senator Klobuchar should apologize to Kavanaugh for ever asking about his drinking habits. But of course, the worst of all was he hadn't been yet, and we were clear about that. We're like, whoa, we even joked around about, hey, are they giving him tranquilizers? What's going on? And gave him credit for not doing what he normally does. But you knew that it was a matter of time. Tick, 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 and the bomb goes off.
Words block the screen?
So to say that he was deeply disrespectful there is an understatement. Let alone the lies as he's mocking this woman who is a sexual assault survivor. And everyone agrees her story was credible. The only thing that the Republicans have to hang their hat on is that it wasn't Kavanaugh. That's their main argument. But you're going to mock her when you even called her credible. Almost all the Republicans now say, yeah, it very likely happened to her. It just might not have been Kavanaugh. So you decided, yeah, she probably has survived an attempted rape and it traumatized her for years. Who cares? Let's go make fun of her at a political rally. That's who Donald Trump is.
Well, there are two things that the Republican Party is doing, and they do it simultaneously, and it's incredibly ridiculous because I guess they don't think they need to choose one strategy or the other. They're just trying both simultaneously. So the first strategy is to paint her as a liar, right? The second strategy is to acknowledge that it happened, but it happened so long ago, who cares? In fact, during that same rally, during that same speech, Trump said, and I quote verbatim, what he's going through. 36 years ago this happened. Oh, so are you acknowledging that it happened, but you don't care because it was 36 years ago? We're talking about the highest court in
prison punish a guy for trying to rape someone? Come on, really?
So I want to address one other part of this. During Donald Trump's rally in Mississippi, he thought that it was a great idea to mock one of Brett Kavanaugh's accusers, Dr. Blasey Ford. And after he mocked her, the crowd behind him was seen cheering and specifically laughing. You could hear the crowd laughing as well. And what stood out to me was part of Dr. Blasey's testimony. The one thing she said she remembers vividly about the alleged assault. So let's take a look at what her testimony was.
Both Brett and Mark were drunkenly laughing during the attack. They seemed to be having a very good time. Indelible in the hippocampus is the laughter. The uproarious laughter between the two. And they're having fun at my expense. They were laughing with each other.
And you were the object of the laughter. I was underneath one of them while the two laughed. Two friends having a really good time with one another. So we heard that testimony. We're gonna play this video for you guys again. So and they asked her.
Pay attention to the crowd.
So many different charges. Guilty until proven innocent. That's very dangerous for our country. That's very dangerous for our country. Shouldn't happen to him. Shouldn't happen to him. What he's going through. 36 years ago, this happened. I had one beer, right? I had one beer. Well, you think it was, nope, it was one beer. Oh, good. How did you get home? I don't remember. How'd you get there? I don't remember. Where was the place? I don't remember. How many years ago was it? I don't know. What neighborhood was it in? I don't know. Where's the house? I don't know. Upstairs, downstairs, where was it? I don't know. But I had one beer. That's the only thing I remember. And a man's life is in tatters. A man's life is shattered. His wife is shattered. His daughters are beautiful, incredible young kids. They destroy people. They want to destroy people. These are really evil people.
Were you the object of their laughter? Yes. So they laughed at her again. And to see those women laughing, to see one of them holding up a Women for Trump sign. And I mean, look, a lot of the guys, you just saw the video yourself, smiling throughout. And there's the little kid there. Jesus, man, what has this country become? Even other Republicans, Collins, Flake saying, appalling. I mean, bringing up this issue in a political rally is terrible to begin with, let alone mocking the survivor and then having everybody laugh along. You know, I know that his rallies are a circus, and that's what they like about him. He's an entertainer. I've explained this before. He's basically a WWE entertainer, and he creates characters, and the CNN and the other guys are the bad guys, but everybody has fun and asks for autographs afterwards, even of Acosta, the CNN anchor, etc. There's some things that shouldn't be entertainment, and so this is a critique I have often of the conservatives. They just think it's a fun game, and I guess for them it is. It's a fun game. They have power, they get rich, they have a lot of benefactors, but politics isn't a game. It affects people's lives, so that's a real person, Christine Blasey Ford, and most Republicans acknowledge that what happened to her was real. Not all of them obviously acknowledge that it was Kavanaugh, but you're going to mock a sexual assault survivor like that, and the crowd's going to go nuts. I mean, here we are, back in Rome, and in the Coliseum. People are being fed to the lions symbolically, and the crowd is entertained.
Gee, I wonder why sexual assault victims don't come out and report it as soon as it happens. We have one more Ford video that I want to show you. Again, this is from her testimony at the Senate Judiciary Committee hearing.
I believed he was going to rape me. I tried to yell for help. When I did, Brett put his hand over my mouth to stop me from yelling. This is what terrified me the most, and this had the most lasting impact on my life. It was hard for me to breathe, and I thought that Brett was accidentally going to kill me.
Somewhere Corey Lewandowski saying womp womp. And
The whole Republican Party.
John killed himself. Perfect John.
How does this happen?
If
Why do
you still stand by these people,
The truth is that
you know, it's one thing if you were scammed into voting for Trump during the election. But if after all this you still support them, you embarrass me like you make me embarrass
So what does it say about us? Not just Trump, not just the people at that rally, not just his...
That's totally off limits and outrageous. This entire process has been a disgrace. And
his voters, but about us and about humanity, that we're willing to...
Only reason that it's been that way is because Senate Democrats didn't do this the way that it should have been done.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
That are very upset with this woman. The process that delivered us this woman testifying before Congress, the way the news was leaked to the media, we all need to be upset about that. The time, but I wanted to play one more piece in response to her saying he was only stating the fact.
Very credible, very compelling. But now he's basically making her out to be a liar. So which is it?
Certainly, the testimony by
Also,
Dr.
I recently opened a new mutual fund with
but you can't make this decision.
Inspiration. I discovered them through you. Please continue to fight
based on emotion. It has to be based on fact.
good fight. Continue inspiring people like myself to be advocates and amplify the voices of the oppressed with so much affection.
That's one of the reasons that they asked.
Lorraine, thank you so much, both for
Begged for the FBI and delayed
emailing in, for doing what you do with your career. That's
get more facts on this case.
Also super important, and for recognizing everyone here, not just
those facts up.
the hosts, because everyone here works so hard to make this show happen.
Based on that.
And all of the shows. So come on, everybody, let's be on
He was stating the facts.
the left side of history together. Become a member today.
Campaign rally, but this was so much.
URT.com/join.
Much more than stating the facts. This was a full-scale campaign.
We're on
Rally.
that is going to be amazing. But what we need is your help.
Says she's a victim
Number one problem is there's too much.
What do you get out of that? Is that to help Kavanaugh's nomination? Is this to rally the base? Is this going to help with the midterms? Like, what's the point in doing that?
Again, okay, I have to do, this is the argument then.
I need front-end engineers, back-end engineers, QAs, project managers, right? So I need more people as the product scales.
So much more.
I'm constantly fixing bugs, adding an integration. The product is changing all the time. It's
more than stating the
difficult at scale. The product is this business here, Zipify Apps, which is an app business for Shopify stores.
It's not really being
this is Zipify Page is one of our products.
In the mainstream
absolutely,
media,
without question, far and away the hardest business model I have ever been involved in.
Otherwise, get to the people. Is it wrong? Is it wrong for him to use Twitter to circumvent the same mainstream media? She says it's so much more than that. It was so mean. Why would he do something so mean? This has not been a civil process. Why would he do something so mean? Right? But you can also talk about Feinstein leaking the story to the Washington Post without following due process when it could have been handled without being put in front of the public eye. And the president is being mean because he talks about something that people want to hear about at a campaign rally. Talks about what everybody at the campaign rally is thinking. I mean, they really screwed this thing up because it's actually galvanizing support among Republicans. Vote red, you know? Vote red. Because the damn Democrats. It's true, though. They screwed this one up. I don't think people are buying into the narrative. I think it's actually exposing the fake news, the activist news. Trying to change our reality. Gaslight is about the truth. Okay, so then there's this other thing going on with Trump. You guys got that story? Also, lies from Lacey Ford. Her boyfriend says that she actually taught someone how to pass a polygraph test, and that she actually said that never happened. Testimony, she could have been lying, could have perjured. So. And then that she's not afraid of flying, and that she's not afraid of being in enclosed spaces with only one exit, which I guess she said. Also, what Donald Trump said was true. She didn't know how she got there. She didn't know where it was. None of that. But still, can't say that. So this is the coordinated, well, I'm going to suggest coordinated. The New York Times came out with a story just now, just in the last, yesterday. Today we've determined this the 3rd. This is a story that dropped yesterday saying that, Trump was involved in a lot of tax schemes, what they call dubious tax schemes. And it included not paying taxes on the inheritance of his father's billion-dollar estate. Which, you know, the government says if you earn $1 billion, by the way, this is the taxes you would have been dodging. If you're fortunate enough and prosperous enough, creative enough to earn $1 billion, and you'd like to pass, and you die, and when you die, you want your children to benefit from the fortune you've built yourself, or with whatever help you have. You have to pay like 50% to the government on money that you already paid taxes on, you know, your whole life, that you want to give to your family to also be prosperous and creative and make things. But no, we have to give to the government so that we can bomb countries and maintain the dominance of the petrodollar. So we can protect our friends in Israel and Saudi Arabia and kill people. Speaking of, okay, so already that was coming out. Already, okay, this is how you know they line this shit up in advance. Showtime already has a documentary coming out on Sunday about the about the writing of that bombshell article about Donald Trump's taxes. They didn't pay enough taxes on his inheritance, which his father paid taxes on already.
It was just this Alice in Wonderland moment where we got these documents. We didn't want anybody to see this stuff. So we had them set up a room and only the three of us have access to the room.
If I knew this was a scam site,
we were incredibly fortunate to find sources who were able to give us access
to get the money from the referrals to hit it rich, like the rise of being around it. That's what I think he's trying to do. I think he knows this is a scam. He's out there promoting it like it's not a scam.
Trump partnerships, Trump trusts.
Chase is meeting lots of friendly new faces
Fred
in the
Trump's
DC region.
state tax return is in the building right now. It's incredible that we have it, and that opened the door to understanding a huge transfer of wealth that happened and gave us so much more information to be able to understand the tax games that were played. And then once you sort of pull the string, the whole thing unwrapped.
Trump and taxes exposed. That's going to be on Showtime. I'm sure it's going to be revelatory about Donald Trump. How a real estate guy was shady with his taxes. Ooh. Shocking. Shocking. Shocking, a guy that was involved in New York real estate with Chabad Lubavitch Jews, with mafia ties. Shocking that he may have avoided taxes in creative ways. We would have never known. So I was talking about war with Iran before our friends here at Sanders went up there. John Bolton, our favorite neoconservative, would loved us to nuke North Korea and Iran out of existence so that we could, like a phoenix from the ashes, create a state that is sympathetic to our version or our vision for the New World Order. We must, every single place, especially in the Middle East, they must conform to our version of the New World Order, run from Jerusalem.
Man is great. You don't feel race.
Addressed Palestine and said it is a so-called state. Is that language productive in a
challenge the club? It's like, oh, now we should have a seat to use the Solange album title. We should have a seat at this table. And then it gets into a space where, like, wait, you guys are mad at me about the same thing you guys are doing. It gets into a weird space. Are you in meetings now in your business life? Or you're the only black man? Whoa. When I was doing the Nets, I was definitely the only black guy. And what was that like? Describe that. It was it's strange, but at the same time, I think that in that room just being aware of it. Being aware of it in everyday life puts you at such an advantage. You know, you realize that, you know, someone's racist toward you. It's not even about you. It ain't about you. It's about their upbringing, what happened to them, and how they led them to this point. You know, most bullies bully. What's happened? Oh, you got bullied as kids, so you're trying to bully me. I understand. And once I understand that, instead of reacting to that with anger, I can provide a softer landing. And maybe, oh man, is you okay? I was just saying, there was a lot of fights in our neighborhood that started with, what you looking at? Why you looking at me? You looking at me? And then you realize, oh, you think I see you. You're in the space where you're hurting and you think I see you, so you don't want me to look at you. And you don't want me to see you in such a vulnerable, you don't want me to see your pain. You don't, so you put on this shell of this tough person that's really willing to fight me and possibly kill me because I looked at you.
It's just been disastrous, and you know, I'm pretty strong, so I've, you know, kept my train moving forward and establishing new relationships and in different entities of the industry, like, you know, stepping away from jazz, going into pop, going into hip hop, going into independent writing, composition writing, teaching, touring, television, inspirational speeches, you know, helping people cleanse, become more aware of, you know, their purpose here spiritually, Broadway. So I have a lot to give to the world, and she's just, I think there's a huge amount of jealousy there that she hasn't discussed with me, and but everybody knows, you know, like, it's interesting that, you know, the public doesn't know all these things, but the people that are associated in the higher powers just say more or less, you know, and I've just been bullied. Entire time. This has been going on for a very long time, and so it's taken God actually to really make me get up and go stand up for myself, and doing that, starting with the restraining order. I don't want anything
shut down. You shut down all emotion.
I've said that for a very long time.
So
I've even relocated cities and houses, apartments, ways have been found to manipulate that and control that. I've lost a huge amount of money dealing with this situation. A lot of money has been stolen from me. A lot of rental deposits have been stolen from me. Just any money that was ever coming to me has been stolen and manipulated by the and it's all just a very wicked tactics to just keep me down and keep me under some type of control. And I've had enough, I've had enough. So the fact that I even had the strength to go file a restraining order, which I did, to be very confidential, is already so much for me. I'm such a nice, loving, patient, tolerant person. This has been going on since 2006. Just being that he worked for a very long time.
Part of me would think, oh my God, I gotta talk about her marriage, I gotta talk about her mother, I gotta talk about her other ancestors. Part of me would think that would make me nuts. Does it make you nuts? Do you feel like the heart of your art and storytelling is to tell the story of your life?
That's who I am. And I've done it from the beginning of my career. Two things, one, knowing who the characters, so it wasn't as impactful, and two, it wasn't coming from a place that was as evolved. And it's very difficult, it's hard. It's hard to hear songs back. It's hard to perform songs. But I feel it's the most important work that I've done. I'm very proud of it. The effect that it's having on people. Even like the studio sessions, we have a 4-hour conversation after playing one song. I learned so much about people that was around me, just my friends. I learned things about them that I didn't know there. In 20-year relationship just from this one song. So I know we have that sort of impact beyond myself. My responsibility as an artist to go to these places.
Did your wife's own confessional album, which came out first, make it so that you had to be even extra confessional?
Kimberly, and I appreciate
like
coming
an album
out.
come out about
You look fantastic. Good stuff out of the show. I'm embarrassed of how I look right now, but and let's just, I don't want to stay on the negative for more than just a couple more minutes, so let's just go live and then we'll get to the positive. So there was some, I have to ask just because it was out there, about what happened with your cat? What happened with this? Cat spelled. What exactly happened there with your cat, and then with your money and your phone?
My money is tied up right now. Right now, trying to force this third world country type of way of living on me in the United States. It's very interesting. I grew up with pets, and I lived in New York City for a very long time, and I really wanted one. It will be a year that I got the cat, and the cat died, like today. Beautiful kitten. She's 3 months old. She was abused, and I went. She was beautiful, and we had a good time for a moment, and then like a lot of weird stuff started happening, and then so I decided to take it back, and I took it back, and the cat started doing weird magical stuff. Like I'm telling the person, the nurse, like, hey, I don't want this kitty. Please take it back. It's being weird, and I don't, I lived with cats for almost 20 years as a child. These behaviors I'm experiencing from this cat is challenging my 20 years of education living with a cat. And so something's wrong with this kitten, and I just don't want it, and the cat has her own personality, such a pan out and grab my finger, type of weird, crazy shit. Excuse my French, I'm going to France and something practicing. And so I kept the cat out of guilt, out of, emotional ambiguity. I drained my bank account on the situation, and then I took the cat to the West Coast to do a job in San Diego, La Jolla, and more bipolar activities started happening. I was getting abused every time I came home from work, and I'm talking about like 12 to 16-hour days. I come home to rest, and then the cat is like, well, not 12 to 16. I mean, I would have breaks, because that's like, I would come home for lunch every day, and then come home for dinner, and then I would come back to rest. And I was just getting abused. to the point where I'm still healing from a scratch on my rib cage at this time because it drew blood. It was awful. It was very, very awful. I've never been attacked by an animal, and I was at this time. And my scar is still healing on my rib cage. So it was so manic and gnarly that I ended up calling 2 psychics to, like, I got the first word from the first psychic and I didn't want to believe it, so I called later after like right before this happened to get a confirmation to make sure, you know, because I didn't want to release this cat. You know, I have an emotional attachment to pets, as we all do. And they were like, the cat has a spell on it. And I said, well, what about this person, you know, that we are discussing at this time? They're like, yes, this person put the spell on the cat, and you need to get rid of it, you know, like right away. You know, you need to do something, because otherwise you're going to be in really, really, really huge trouble. And so I've been being followed this entire time. I'm dealing with a group of people, her specifically. They practice this, I don't know jack shit about witchcraft and magic spells and all this stuff, and I don't condemn anybody who does. You know, everybody, you know, we live in America. It's the First Amendment. You know, everybody has their right to express freedom of speech and freedom of practice of religion, or no religion. So I'm very well aware of that, and that's also why I'm not religious, so that I can interact with all types of people. You know, I'm very spiritual. I don't like diversity, and I don't like discrimination, because it just keeps us at a negative separation from each other.
Many things to many people.
And so I'm thinking hello this entire time. I have colleagues that are seeing this happening, that I'm working with, and we're all like, this is crazy and this is gnarly. And so the cat was taken back to her people, like, and they killed it. So, and I have it on video, and I'm just like, I can't deal with this shit. But at the same time, it was a new job, and I couldn't, like, not do my new job. And so I went into work, like, my eyes totally bloodshot. Everybody thought I had smoked the biggest, you know, bag of Bob Marley, and I was like, no, I didn't do that. But that's cool that you guys are, you know, cool. I think that, but no, that's not what this is. You know, like, literally, my heart just got ripped out. It's very emotional for me, and you know, one of my true loves has been absolutely destroyed and is no longer with me. And I'm here at work trying to keep a happy face on, and yes, it was very emotional for me. And so, like I said before, the cat would have been a year old today. I've completely stayed away from pets because I don't want to endure that type of situation and experience anymore. I'm trying not to cry right now. But yeah, this restraining order was not done as a publicity stunt. I don't want anything, and I really want to make that clear. I want nothing to do with this person. Like, this was not to up my career. This was not to jumpstart my drumsticks, my CDs, my music, my label. I don't want anything to do with this. If you even offered me money, if anybody was offering money for interviews, I would not take it. I don't want anything to do with this person. Like, I want it dead. And it's even as far as me taking the legal matter and taking the steps into putting it on writing and saying this solution. I don't want anything to do with this entire situation, with her money, with whatever she's got going on. I found a lot of my intellectual property stolen by her, my ideas, my drawings, the things I say, the things I do. She's even encouraged other celebrities to also steal and copy my ideas and things like that. So this has been a complete nightmare. I've been absolutely like, I don't want to say the word rape, but just brutally abused this entire situation of her trying to control everything that I'm doing and where I'm going. I mean, I've even traveled to different cities and been followed with this witchcraft stuff. And it's like, so it's completely compelled me to go into the light, go straight to God. Like, I don't need a third party, like, completely be very nice, be very loving, you know, step in light, you know, stay away from conflict because there's negative energy going on, and I don't know who to trust anymore, like, at all. Not that I'm, like, paranoid or anything, but energetically now because of this situation, I'm absolutely trained now to know who's good for me and who is not, you know.
Kimberly, can I ask you something? Can you just, to sort of dead this situation and maybe do it this way, if you were looking at Beyonce instead of unfortunately looking at me,
Oh, you're beautiful, thank you.
Oh, thank you. But if you were talking to Beyonce right now, what exactly would you want to say to her? Like, seriously, what would you say?
Thank you, but no thank you. I don't want anything to do with whatever you got going on. Please leave me alone. And peace be with you. You know, peace and blessings and light. Please go heal whatever needs to be healed, but please leave me alone. Please.
Kimberly, and what in terms of what we talked about, what do you want, you know, you feel like people are bullying you and using, you know, the dark, you're trying to be in the light, people are using the dark. What do you want to say to people who are being bullied in that situation? We touched on it a little bit before, but what do you want message you want to get?
Well, I mean, I feel that because I was young doing this type of work in the industry, propelled so young in the industry, that I may have had a lot of insecurities about my own abilities, and people were making a ton of money off of that, and I wasn't facing fears, you know, and that's what we're here for, to strengthen our soul and go through fears and heal, basically. And to heal, you have to walk through fears. with that being said, people who are being bullied have to face yourself. You have to practice self-love. You have to nurture yourself a lot more. Those people who have been abused or sexually molested, things like that, those things are not your fault. The person who may have positioned you in such an uncomfortable place, they are in much more pain than you are in the accident. And
since you said that, and I apologize, you said sexual molestation. What did Beyonce do with that? With you? I forgot to mention.
Strongest thing a man can do is to expose your feelings, to be vulnerable in front of the world. That's real strength. You know, you feel like
accepting that. I used to be someone who was very angular and focused on my intellectuality. And I never blind to how my
name is Rob Sheffield.
So now I'm able to really love myself and appreciate my masculinity, which I call God, all of us are God's architects, and be a filter for that. So it was getting smarter
The American
knowing that I'm not dating anybody right now, but sexual pulsations and people that maybe I think are really cute, but are in the dark, which I'm not aware of, me being paid to work and manipulate me sexually because it was her order, There's a guy named John Ramirez that did this transition from out of the dark into the light. He really goes in great detail about the practices and examples that they do to control people and mentally control them, spiritually control them, and it would just be a nightmare. I meet somebody and we have a vibe, and then all this other witchcraft, sexual shit starts happening, and after something keeps happening over and over again, you're like waking up to, okay, this is like really repetitive, and so I need to wake up. I need to be the change, because whatever that is, it's not going to change. I need to be the change. So let me focus more on me and how I can change and get away from that, how I can be more aware. Oh, this person took money to betray me. You know, the sexual shit was insane.
What was that? What was it? Like, what exactly was it?
It's a physical connection that spreads it to a spiritual thing, which can become limitless, and people are watching you, and people are having sex, people are doing drugs, people are over drinking, and practicing in their addictions and their obsessions, while you are innocently being attacked, you know, and you're thinking you're having this connection, you know, and it has been fucking awful. Excuse my French. Stop.
No, but you're going to France. I
am
know,
going to
right?
France.
All right. Bon chance. But so is that something that's sort of like, are you almost in like a dream state, or that's physically happening when all these things are happening? You know what I mean?
It's both situations. There could be both situations. You could be, well, a dream state, you won't remember very much. But if you're imagining someone you like, or you have some attachment to someone who's, you know, like another celebrity or something like that, and you're not aware that they're also practicing witchcraft, and they're also working for this person, and they're also a flying monkey, you know, all these terminologies fall into the basket of narcissism and extreme ego. You know, if you study that stuff, then, you know, you'll be very well educated on how these situations fall into alignment and work against you and work in their favor. And it's horrible. It's a horrible experience. And if you're not aware, you know, this stuff can go on and on and on, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. We're talking about like other situations where changing into animals and jumping into other bodies and all kinds of really crazy stuff. So the fact that people keep saying I'm crazy, hell, the situations I had to deal with to survive are fucking crazy. And so don't get mad at me. You know, this is what happened to me. This is what I had to survive. Thank God you didn't have to have these as your challenges here on earth. Because these were mine. These were forced upon me, and I'm lucky to have survived right now. Like, man, I mean, it's going, trying to date, and then jumping into other bodies, watching you be like borderline intimate with your new partner, and you're getting all of this, like, what's going on right now, you know? And them enjoying it. Them enjoying watching you be in the dark about the situation, not having the knowledge. You being in the dark and not knowing that you're being totally manipulated. Spiritually, mentally, physically, financially. I mean, I'm not someone who doesn't deserve financial stability. I work very hard. I've given her situation. I did so much work there, and the fact that I've now moved on and tried to establish new work with other people, and that's been colluded, you know, I'm just like, wow.
Just talking this
like, I don't want anything to do with anything that has to do with her. I don't want anything to do with anybody that has anything to do with her. I don't want her money. I don't need her money. I don't need anyone.
She can be herself. She doesn't have to hide for her kids or be feeling she's embarrassing her kids. It's a much different time then. Don't just think about it.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? She can just live her full life, her whole life, and be her.
Will this get harder over time? Like, you know, as a young man, your music was the way a lot of young rappers are. It's right, you know, the violent life. If that's chapter 1 of the autobiography, chapter 2 of the autobiography, symbolizes like, now I'm really rich, I have a lot of stuff. Let me tell you how cool that is. And chapter 3 of the autobiography is, oh my God, I'm like putting myself in the ground.
What's chapter 3 is, oh my goodness, oh, the most beautiful things are not these
Again, I'm not religious. There's
most beautiful things.
And that is what's best for me. That helps me connect with everyone. I don't, again, I'm Welsh, I'm Jewish, I'm Black, I'm Choctaw Indian. Why? I'm United Nations. So I can't be, you know, into just one thing. I'm here for everything and everyone. And this is just a really awful situation. You know, and I'm still being stalked. So it's, you know, like I said, sometimes people are not going to change. Sometimes people don't want to change, you know. You have to change. You have to be the change. And if it means you raising your vibration and retraining yourself to do those things, those practices and nurturing and self-love and self-care, then you gotta get busy in doing that. Because this low vibration stuff, no one is going to survive it. It doesn't work.
Kimberly, you know, this was a lot, and I'm, you know, obviously you've been through something, and I'm sorry, but that you have, but it seems like, you know, you worked your way through it, right? It seems like you're getting through it, even though you're still under duress. I know that. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I think it's really powerful, everything that you're saying. And what I wanted to do is, when we talked about how we would put this out, and I think if I put, you know, out what you're saying Friday night, you know, whatever, no one's gonna pay attention to it. It's gonna, you know, people are out doing God knows what, you know, whatever. What I'd like to do is share this on Monday, if that's okay with you. I'd like to share this on Monday. And what I would ask of you, Kimberly, and I know it's asking a lot, so, you know, you tell me, is it, I'd like to put this out, and if you didn't do another interview until then, I would greatly appreciate it. I'd like to just put it out, you know, just like that, you know, first time from hearing from you. I appreciate that. You don't have to do that for me, but I would appreciate it.
I'm glad that you asked me, and because you are the first person to ask such a request, the request is granted.
Kimberly, I really appreciate that, and I appreciate you taking time to spend with me. And I'm gonna look into doing the bath salt. You know, whatever. What would you do? The salt that makes you look good, natural. What?
The Epsom salt.
Epsom salt, yeah.
I do Epsom salt, a shower with my normal soap, and then I do some coconut oil all over my body and keep her smooth and beautiful. Because this is not my body. This is God's body. This is God's architecture. And don't take responsibility for it. I just take care of it, you know?
Well, I'm gonna take.
You should
take
do
that. I'm going to. The 10 cups of coffee aren't working for me. But listen, I know it's earlier where you are, so you know you have a fantastic day and weekend, and I appreciate you taking time. I appreciate you doing all this, and on Monday, we'll get the work on. Okay.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure, and I hope that this helps someone.
I hope so. Alright. Kimberly.
Have a great weekend. And happy Divine Feminine Friday.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Really is good, boy. Do you know this song right here that only 4 people heard it? Right. You know what I'm saying? Then they bring that person into the masses of pop culture, and then you have a window before saying that you are the one is no longer cool, and then you have to move past that, and you have to find a way to exist. The white hot space is when it's fresh and new, and it's like, this is the hottest song ever. Right. I mean, I pushed the window like. You think you're still in that space? Oh, I stood in that window a really long time.
Are you still in there?
But still, no. I don't think people are looking to me as like, this is when it's fresh and new, and it's like, this is the hottest song ever. Right. I mean, I pushed the window like
you really? I think you're still in that space?
Oh, I stood in that window really long time.
You still in there?
But still, no. I don't think people looking to me as like the thing.
They're hard to deal with, and you feel like I'm okay with that, 'cause I've moved on.
No.
You don't want me.
'Cause at the end of the day, we gon' find out it's not about the white hot space, but it's about finding the truth. That white hot space, people think is the biggest thing, but it's really small. It's almost like a trend. You rather be a trend or you rather be Ralph Lauren? You know what I mean? Like, you rather be a trend or you rather be forever. I'm the person that looked at the Mona Lisa and be like, man, that's gonna be cool to look up for 40 years. Right, I'll play forever. I'll play forever. And so my whole thing is I identify with truth, not to be the youngest, hottest, new trendy thing. One of the things you rap about also is the pain you cause the people you sold drugs to. Have you ever had conversations with people like that? You cause pain to the young man and oh no, I haven't. What would you say? Or is that I think nothing's impossible, right? So no, I don't think it's impossible. I guess that conversation would definitely take ownership for my part in you know, the part I played in occupying that space. Because knowing what I know now, you know, you can't sacrifice others for your life. I guess that, you know, there's a karmic debt that has to be paid. Had I had the level of consciousness then that I have now, things would have turned out different. And just knowing that I definitely want everyone to know that Black artists have a different obligation than white artists. Do you feel you have a different kind of obligation to the people who listen to you than if you were white musician? Yeah, because I have an obligation, going back to the story of OJ, is to further conversation of an entire sacrifice race of people. Not me, all of us. But specifically me, since you asked me, the question is to open up dialogue. It's okay to think. It's okay to be smart. You know, there's a time where people was like, you talking white. It's like, what does that even mean? I know words. Intelligence is not a tribute to color. And I'm sure you've heard it growing up many times. You speaking white. What? And just speaking like I know words. And it's okay. It's fine. You know, so I have an obligation to further the conversation in all ways. You know, our stature in America, our emotional maturity, and so on and so forth. It's humbling at the same time. It's like, you know, what you've been charged with in life. And I've believed since the beginning of time, the poets have been charged with that. Like, it was the poets that explaining the emotions and making these songs that people like, oh, that's what I feel.
Other black artists, I won't ask your name on the show, who you think don't live up to an obligation to start a conversation like this? Do you think there are people you
Well, I mean, and for one, OJ, right? We because that's the one that we can all identify. But yes, there are those who don't uphold their mantle, and we know how that story plays out.
If you could talk to O.J. Simpson, what would you say to him if you could talk to him?
Probably say, man, I'm sorry that so much happened to you. You know, people act out in this way based on their life experiences. And you know, I'm sure he's been through a lot of trauma in his life. And you know, I think that'll start the conversation. Like,
did you watch the documentary?
I watched everyone.
You did? Yeah, no, I did too.
Yes, I
You could read the story of O.J. two ways. You could say somebody should remind O.J. who was black. I could read that as a negative message or a positive message. The positive message being you're black and you should be proud of it. The negative message is, who are you kidding? You can't escape this by joining a private country club and playing golf. Which message feels the right?
They're both dual messages at the same time. It's like, proud of who you are and realize that we're gonna get further together. Don't check out. You can't just, turn your back on the place you come from. You come from a community. Your job is to uplift it now. Or we know how it turns out. Once you stop being Tiger Woods and you go on,
Would you say Tiger Woods? Do you know Tiger Woods?
I don't know.
How would you classify Tiger Woods in that discussion?
Same sort of thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, when Tiger was afforded the privilege of, playing golf, you were protected. The minute that you're not providing for the thing, it's like now your license is on TV and it's like you're black.
So now I'm gonna ask like one gossipy question. Talk about Kanye West and your relationship with him, which you allude to a little bit.
Yeah.
When's the last time you talked to him?
I hate Kanye the other day just telling him, like, he's my brother. I love Kanye. I do. It's a complicated relationship with us.
Why is it complicated?
Yeah, because, Kanye came into this business on my label. I've always been like his big brother. And we're both entertainers. It's always been like a little underlying competition there with your big brother. And we both love and respect each other's art too. So it's like everyone wants to be the greatest in the world. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like a lot of other factors that play in it. But we're gonna always be good. Even
but
if
there's
we
tension now, right? Is there tension still?
Yeah. But that happens. In a long relationship, hopefully when we're 89, we look at this 6 months or whatever time, and we laugh at that. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be complications in the relationship that we have to get through. And the only way to get through that is we sit down and have a dialogue and say, these are the things that I'm uncomfortable with. These are the things that are unacceptable to me. This is what I feel. I'm sure he feels that I've done things to him as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a perfect human being by no stretch.
Is he as evolved as you? You sound like
he's highly evolved. I think he started out in a more compassionate position than me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's had the level of, I had to survive by my instincts. I'm here because I grew up a different way. And I got out of that. Right. My first album came out when I was 26, so I was already a different artist. Right. A lot of people come out at 17, 18, so their subject matter is that of a 17 or 18-year-old. Unless you're Nas and you're like well-read, and like I think his mom was a teacher or something, like he was way more advanced with the album that he wrote. So I just grew up a different way. But he's a very compassionate person. And a lot of times we get in trouble trying to help others. So I can identify with it. It's just that there's certain things that happen that it's not really acceptable to me. And we just need to speak about it. And it's just like, however the relationship evolves, but there's genuine love there.
I'm trying to picture the scene when you and your wife both talked about making these very confessional open albums. Was it difficult to say, I'm going to talk about the problems in our marriage. I'm going to talk about how we almost lost things. And for her to say, I'm going to talk about my pain and anger at you. What were those conversations like?
Again, it didn't happen in that way. It happened, we were using our art almost like a therapy session. And we started making music together. And then the music she was making at that time was further along. So her album came out as opposed to the joint album that we were working on. We still have a lot of that music. And this is what it became. There was never a point where it was like, I'm making this album. I was there. I was right there the entire time.
And what was her reaction to your work and what was your reaction to hers? It must have caused, I think they both interview, right?
Of course. And both very, very uncomfortable, but sitting in that, the best place in Hurricane is like in the middle of it. Yeah. We were sitting in the eye of the hurricane. Maybe not use hurricane because so many people are being affected right now, but the best place is right in the middle of the thing. And that's where we were sitting. And it was uncomfortable. And it was a lot of conversations, and really proud of the music she made, and she was really proud of the art album release. And at the end of the day, we really have a healthy respect for one another's craft. I think she's amazing. Most people walk away and like divorce rate is like 50% or something because most people can't see themselves. The hardest thing is seeing pain on someone's face that you caused and you have to deal with yourself. Yeah. So most people don't want to do that. Yeah. You don't want to look inside yourself, and so you walk away.
He's one of the most talented men in the world. He's a multi-award-winning recording artist, fashion designer, and shoe salesman. His new album is called Yay! Please welcome Kanye West. Thanks for being here, and thank you for the shoes. Nobody ever brings me shoes. You brought me shoes. That's very nice of you. Very kind. And I'll tell you a story, and this is honestly true. The last time, a few years ago, you sent me a pair of Yeezys. I have never in my life had more people come up and talk to me than when I was walking around in them. To the point where I was like, this is I gotta get these off. People are chasing me. I'm worried people are gonna beat me up and take these. Usually people wait like, they see them sleeping on the street waiting for these shoes. Is that for you more rewarding than hearing people say they like your music? Both. It's both are, yeah. Sometimes it's like the thing you are accustomed to hearing, and you start hearing something else, and it's more exciting to hear something else, but not for you.
Yeah, when you go on new creative journeys, it is exciting for people to appreciate that. Especially if people, didn't think that it was possible. Like when I started off in Chicago as an artist, I'm a visual artist. I go into art school.
Right.
And I decided to start doing music, and people said it wouldn't work out. And then I started producing and selling beats, and I started selling beats to Jay-Z, Rockefeller, and that started going well. And I said I wanted to rap, and people said that wasn't gonna work. They had this term, producer rapper. It basically meant you wouldn't rap as good as the real rappers. And that started working out. And I said I want to design clothes, and then that started working out.
What's the next? What is next for you?
Well,
Space Force?
I would totally be involved.
You designed the uniforms for the Space Force. Is that something that you would do if President Trump asked you to do that?
I'm into design.
Yeah. Why not? Your wife was here last week. Somebody put a leash on him, will you? Your wife was here last week, and she's very nice. And she did something I would imagine you're very proud of. She went to Washington, she spoke to the president, and she actually convinced him to grant clemency to a woman who got life in prison, like real life in prison, for a first-time drug offense. Was that something that you discussed with her before she did it?
Well, she's super passionate about it, and it was amazing for her to see that dream come true.
Were you ever concerned about her being alone in the Oval Office with President Trump?
Well, he is a player.
People got really mad when you were. Some people were very happy when you said you like President Trump. Do you think he is a good president? You're gonna ask next.
Help you get back to La G.
Whoa! Dude, Chris! Holy shit, dude, you're a fucking... Oh my god, dude! Yo, you're seriously the fucking best, Chris. I appreciate you so fucking much, man. Wow, you just completely caught me off guard with that shit. Oh my god. Wow, that's fucking incredible, man. Seriously, Chris, you're a fucking great person. Dude, I appreciate that so much. In all honesty, whose idea was it to end the survival stream earlier than intended? It was Ice, huh? I
I don't remember, but I think it was discussed, like, when we got you know, approached by ICE in the middle of the morning after they were hiking. I think that's when it went down, that we just started talking about, like, you know, well, they started talking about, you know, ending the stream so we could have, like, a dinner and all that shit, which I didn't even get to attend either, so fuck it. Raw Cloud, yeah, if Mala puts his mind to it, he can accomplish anything, he just has to try. Yeah, you're definitely right. I could definitely put anything with my mind to it. I promise you. It's just I need to get myself the stability I need first to really.
Horses in the chat, 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 horses in the chat. The chat horses in the chat. Chat horses in the chat.
From them. Getting a reaction. That was funny. Chat. When I was in Cuba, my friend.
Chat horses in the chat. Horses in the chat. Horses in the chat. Horses in the chat. The chat horses in the chat. Chat horses in the chat.
From them. That was funny. Chat, when I was in Cuba, my friend Udani told me this thing, like a hosting thing. He goes, when we would go to feed the horses on the ranch, he would do this call, and he would go. We used to do that in Cuba. That was fun. A great way to catch your attention when you're gonna call them. Simply, listen to That's some Cuban shit, man. I learned that shit in Cuba, and I've been fucking happy to do that, dude. Hitchhiking content stream? You guys really want me to like you guys really want me to hitchhike back to LA? Democratic forces of a communist system. Hey, chill, bro. Those communist forces are not me. They're nice animals, chat.
Glad to finally catch one of your streams. Don't scam my media. Yeah, it's the truth and you know it. Sam is no
rapist. Sam Pepper is a 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 rapist. Sam Pepper.
You guys want to hitchhike in Continent Street? You guys really want me to, like you guys really want me to hitchhike back to LA? Democratic forces over communist forces. Hey, chill, bro. Those communist forces are not me. They're nice animals, chat.
Glad to finally catch one of your streams. Don't scam my media. Yeah, it's the truth, and you know it.
Sam Pepper is a rapist. 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 Sam Pepper is.
There you go. There you go, chat. Like you guys really want to hitchhike in Continent Street? You guys really want me to, like you guys really want me to hitchhike back to LA?
Dog Heroes. Death at Arrow 700 said, looking good pimpin'. Adam said, drinking that Widmer shit after how they wronged you that one day. Bobster1 Adam said, drinking that Widmer shit after how they wronged you that one day. Lobster1 said, Mexican Andy, welcome to the Hot Dog Heroes. Greasy Strangler said, hi Ling Ling. Autism Andy said, Portland Andy, welcome to the Hot Dog Hero Way. Welcome to the Hot Dog Heroes. Greasy Strangler said, turn off the dogs, Ling Ling. Surrounded said, where are the points? Ant Devil, welcome to the Hot Dog Heroes. Ant Devil said, oh Mara. Autism Andy said, Ling Ling. Adam said, open the 22 rounds and one settlement you won against the pros.
So not prepared. Look at me, I'm a jackass.
Dark Wolf said, I wonder what Portland is on Sundays. Schmiggy Schmodeler. Welcome to the Hot Dog. Schmiggy Schmodeler said, oh shit. And Devil.
But they can't, I think
said,
everything's fucked up.
congrats on the 17th baby. Schmiggy Schmodeler
I can't see
said,
them.
Vampire. Schmiggy Schmodeler said, Vampire. Schmiggy Schmodeler said, Vampire.
Am I a vampire or is she a vampire? Dude, I need to fix my shit was so nice and now I fucked everything up so hard.
Adam said, Andy, are you a vampire? Austin Durant. Welcome to the Hot Dog Heroes. Surrounded said, show that hot Asian piece of ass that ass.
Son of a bitch! It fucked everything up.
Said, LMAU, Greasy Strangler said,
Everything's fucked up.
Biggie Modeler said, there's a ghost. Adam yeah, you're over there in the pool.
My tail, baby shark's tail. Have you ever seen my tail? My yellow
Dark Wolf
crescent tail.
said, holy shit, one of my big blew up 63 views. Adam said, damn Ling Ling. Said,
I can't do the back the way I had it back in the day, dude. Fuck this shit! Fuck this If you could talk to somebody out there who's feeling stuck, either through depression or low self-esteem or whatever, what would you do? What advice would you give them? 'Cause you're somebody that has really beaten the odds, and yeah, I have. I don't say that self-congratulatory way, 'cause you're not allowed to do that. Scroll us, but yes, I should have been just digging ditches, and you know, the feeling I have toward my family, and in terms of negativity, this is the number one thing where I think I have a gift. I have ability. I have something to share with the world, and you assholes were gonna watch me dig ditches or fucking roof houses in Van Nuys for the rest of my life. God damn, that's what you tried. You didn't burn calories doing it, but you still set me on a course where you took my voice and you basically doused it with sand and said, go ahead and get on a roof. And I mean, when I said to my dad, I'm digging ditches for a living, he's like, yeah. Okay. What about it? There was never a second where anyone said, hey man, you got something there. You should write that down. That's a good one. No, it was always just, yeah, get on the roof. So obviously
lucky to have a job.
So they never found you funny.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's never discussed.
That's just amazing to me.
Never had a discussion with him about it. I don't know.
Well, would they laugh when you would? Because obviously you were, you know, people don't start cracking jokes at 20. They do it when they're kids.
No. They didn't laugh.
Wow.
And no one I knew laughed.
Yeah.
It was a non-issue.
Yeah.
When I said I'm gonna start cleaning carpets or digging ditches for a living, everyone said,
right,
good.
So
keep doing it. The advice I would give is,
know what I had.
You're never going to feel the way my buddy Donnie in the next room feels.
about himself because he grew up with a family that I think they had his first solid BM put in lucite, and his mom still uses it as a paperweight, or it's hanging from the rearview mirror of her Denali. Either way, you're just never gonna feel the way about yourself that I'll liken it to this. It's like a car that got rolled over a few times.
Yeah.
And no matter how much paint and Bondo you put on it, that door on the passenger side, it's always going to be a little sticky.
Yeah.
Never going to shut. Never going to shut like a car door that never got rolled.
Right.
You've been rolled.
Yeah.
You got T-boned by a drunk driver at some point. And that door's always going to be a little bit sticky. That ain't a death sentence. The first way to get out of that is you're the only one who truly knows what's going on inside of your head.
And what makes you happy.
And what makes you effective.
Yeah.
And what the point is the rest of the world, you show them a winner, you show them an efficient person, you show them a happy person, you show them a person that's a good employee, you show them a person that's a good husband, or a good father, or a good neighbor. You show them that person, they'll take your word for it. So, first things first, whatever chaos is going on in your head, it can stay in your head. It does not have to be projected onto the rest of the world. You can climb the corporate ladder and be CEO of Nabisco and have all the negative thoughts in your fucking head running or bouncing around like a ball inside a spray can if you show up to work on time every day, if you clean the gravy stains off your suit lapel, if you act as if. I always talk to Drew about this. Maybe you're crazy. Maybe you're depressed. Maybe you feel like shit inside. Act as if you're successful. Act there's a certain way where, and eventually, you will become that person. Meaning, okay, you have a certain amount of sadness in you, and you have a certain amount of depression, and you have a certain amount of you fill in the negative blank. Get up and do 20 push-ups every morning. And I know you feel like shit. And I know maybe it's twice as hard for you to do 20 push-ups as a guy feels good about himself. But I want 20 push-ups.
Yeah.
And by the way, at a certain point, tell your biceps and your shoulders, you haven't done 20 push-ups. They don't listen. They don't care. You do 20 push-ups, your shoulders will respond the same way a happy, well-adjusted, athletic person's body will adjust.
Right.
Just get up and do it. Just get the fuck up and do it. You feel depressed? Go for a jog.
Right.
You feel too depressed to go for a jog? Go another mile. Just push your ass off and start pushing yourself. And I know it sounds sort of, you know, it's a little pie in the sky, and it's like you don't understand depression. I understand depression. I felt I had many years of physically feeling like I couldn't get out of bed. Like, just,
you ever feel suicidal?
No, I didn't. I never felt again, that would have been burning calories on myself. I didn't have those kind of calories to burn on myself.
Flat gray. I call it the gray blanket, where it just feels like
if I die, I die.
Yeah.
And who cares? And I rode a motorcycle. I would ride my motorcycle with a bald back tire in the rain, and my tool bags around my neck to work. And it was like, look, if I get killed, I get killed. And if I don't, I don't. Like it was I had no worth, and it didn't matter. And so I would do things that were inherently dangerous, but I didn't think about them.
Right.
And I was never like, you don't deserve to live, and I've never like, you deserve everything in life.
Right.
It was just, life's a bitch, and then you die. And I just want to tell anyone who's listening to this who doesn't feel like they deserve anything, act as if. Just start physically moving, because the depression brings you down and it physically atrophies you, and you have trouble getting out of bed. Like my mom spent the better part of her life just unable to move. And I will tell you that once you break through that gill net that you feel, that wet gill net of depression that's on top of you. The gill net is what dolphins get caught in, that are dragged behind Japanese trawlers. And it's easier pulling them up one fish at a time.
Right.